Hi, kids. Today we're going to go ahead and we are going to learn about plurals. And we're going to do that with a PowerPoint that I found online that I think is really good. And it's going to cover everything you're going to need to know this week to create a plural. A plural is simply a word that I'm making from a one or single to many. So instead of maybe a dog, I'm going to have dogs. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, forming plural nouns. A noun we know is a person, place, or thing. And we can create one of it or we can have many of something. But sometimes with our words, we have to use different rules. So let's take a look here. And it says, you may have heard that in science, there are rules to the universe. Well, my friends, there's also today rules regarding plurals. So we want to talk to you about some of these important rules because if you know the rules, you'll be able to change every word into a plural. So we're going to do some experimenting and we're going to start with understanding what a singular and a plural noun is. We know that if you take a look, a singular noun refers to one of something. So just one of something. I have one test tube. A plural noun refers to more than one. Here we have test tubes by adding an S. Now, on to the rules for forming these plurals. Rule 1. Add an S to most singular nouns. That's the easiest part. So for instance, we're taking apple, and to make it plural, we're going to just simply add an S. If I have a girl, I'm simply going to add an S to make it girls. The second rule to follow, if a word ends in X, I'm going to add an ES. So if I have words like box with an X, I need to add an ES. If I have the word six and I'm saying sixes, I would have an ES added to that. So X, ES. Rule 3 is very similar. If a word ends in CH or and we're going to come up to the SH, you're going to add an ES. So CH would be our word such as lunch becomes lunches. CH, add the ES, just like the X. Which becomes witches. The rule also applies to SH. So if I have an SH, just like the CH and the X, I'm going to add an ES to that word. So trying it, my wish becomes wishes, and my eyelash becomes my eyelashes, ES, because of that SH. Rule 5 is this. You've got words that sometimes end in SS or S. And in those cases, we want to also add the ES. For example, the word pass. If I'm making passes, I'm going to add an ES. Two S's, add the ES. I have a boss, but maybe I have bosses. And that would be an ES also. In the case of a bus, we have several buses that come to the school. Again, ends in S, add the ES. So just remember, S or SS, I'm going to make it ES. Plus would become pluses. Rule 6 is a different type of rule. If a word ends in Y and the letter before the Y is a consonant, we know to change the Y to an I and then add ES. So you drop the Y and add IES. Let's go ahead and try it. When you have the word baby, and I want to make it into babies, I'm simply going to drop the Y and add I-E-S. The same would be candy. Candy, let's drop the Y and have I-E-S. More than one candy is always better, right? Let's look at our next rule. Rule 7. If a word ends in F or FE, in this case, you're going to have something called an irregular plural. You're going to drop the F or the FE, and you actually change it to a V and then add the ES. So just remember F, drop the F or the FE, and make it a V. So trying this, if I have a leaf, in the fall, you see a beautiful leaf on the ground. Well, you don't just see one leaf, you may see many leaves. I drop the F and I add the V with ES. There might be a wife or many wives at a party. We'll drop the F and add the V with ES. Rule 8. These are more the irregular plural nouns. Regular means the most common. Irregular means there's always exceptions to that rule. And so these we just have to memorize. You have to understand when you see these words or hear these words, how they're spelled. It's a little different. They're words like this. If I have one man, but we have many men, we change the A to an E. You might have the same with a woman is a woman. Child doesn't become childs to make it plural. I'm going to have children, and I'm going to change the spelling. Mouse becomes mice. Foot doesn't become foots. That doesn't make any sense and doesn't sound right. We have feet. A tooth becomes teeth. And I hope you're brushing them every night and every morning and after every meal. Then we've got a couple irregular nouns. These are nouns that don't change at all. Fish. I don't say I have a lot of fishes. I either have a fish in my aquarium or I have fish in my aquarium. Sheep, or I have a herd of sheep. It stays the same. Now let's experiment. Write a sentence using the plural form of the following word. The lady walked into the store. To make it into ladies, it's the Y rule. I have a consonant and a Y, so I drop the Y and I add IES. My next two, I have a calf. The calves just learned how to walk. So I have changed from one calf to several by dropping the F, changing it to a V, and adding the ES. Fox is one of our first rules. We know words that end in X, S, SS, CH, and CH and SH that we're going to add the ES. The foxes ran into the woods. Let's try the next one. Dish. Shh. My brother broke 2 dishes with an ES. Fish. I saw 2 big fish swimming in the stream. It doesn't change. It stays the same. Watch. I got 2 watches. Because of the rule CH, I'm going to add the ES for my birthday. My mom saves my baby teeth. A tooth becomes teeth. The word dress. My sister loves to wear dresses. She's got SS, so I need to add just simply ES to that particular word. The same will apply to brush. I keep one of my brushes in my suitcase. I had an ES. Life. Ooh, I see an F. That signals me I'm going to take away that F and change it into a V. Mom says that our cat has 9 lives. Foot becomes feet. His feet hurt after his long run. Church. A CH, I add the ES. Both churches are brand new. Shelf. I have the the F, so drop the F and add that V to the ES. The shelves are full of books. Memory. Grandma has many memories. Drop the Y and add IES. Glass becomes glasses. Parents have to pay taxes. The X tells me I need to add an ES. A mouse. And let's hope you don't have very many of these in your house. I screamed when I saw the 3 mice. Let's go ahead and try a worksheet. With this particular worksheet, we're going to go ahead, let's make it just a little bit bigger for my friends. Drop me over in a corner. And let's see how well we can do on our own. Mom sewed 2 patch, or is it, how do I make more than 1 patch? Immediately when I look at something like this, I see the CH, and I know, wait, there's a rule. CH, SH, they're going to be an ES on the end. So this would become patches. 5 sheep were in the field. How would I make sheep plural? Well, if I add an S, it's sheeps. No, that's not right. There is something special about fish and sheep. And that's right. They stay the same. So we would have 5 sheep were in the field. The puppy chases the kitty. I see some Y words. I know with the Y, you drop the Y and add IES for anything that has the Y. We'll do one more, and then you can go on and begin your worksheets in your phonics book. Please set the table with fork, knife, and spoon. Forks. I simply add an S. Knife. F. Take that F, get rid of it, change it to a V. So I have knives. And spoon simply becomes spoons. If we look at the answers on the next sheet, it shows me that John drops both football passes. The ESS gives me the ES. These boxes are heavy. I know as soon as I see an X, I add an EX to that too. A child becomes children. Foot, feet. So remember those and refer back to it. That's going to be your lesson for the week. Good luck with everything. If you have any questions, email me. Otherwise, have a wonderful week and enjoy those plurals. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.